Well, good morning everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Hey, today I want to get on here and talk about what does Toyota need to do with the Toyota Tacoma in order to remain competitive, in order to keep those wolves at bay, right? You know, recently they came out with, of course, the 2020. It's like a refreshed model. They added some things. But like I said, the wolves are at the door. There are more and more competitors emerging out there. I've even heard that Dodge, or Ram maybe, is going to come out with a new Durango. So I don't know. So what did Toyota do? What did they give us with this refresh, you know? And was it enough? Well, the first thing is Apple Carplay and Android Auto. It's pretty cool. I like it. LED lights, a new grille, new wheels, 360-degree cam, a new seat pattern design, and also power seats. The power seats are pretty cool. It's a much needed addition for the Tacoma for sure. And of course, Voodoo Blue. You can see it right back there. Voodoo Blue available below the Pro trim line. That might be good enough right there, but probably not. So, is all this really just fluff, you know? I mean, does it do anything to make Toyota more competitive? You know, does it increase the value of their truck? I would say not. I would say what it really does is it kind of brings Toyota, the Tacoma, and this is kind of Toyota's philosophy, up to the same level or the bar that everyone else has already set. You know, they didn't do anything with this mid-model whatever refresh to set them up, you know, to push them up above that bar. So, what do they need to do? Well, first of all, they need to increase towing capacity. I mean, it is a truck, right? Most people, a lot of people, some people that buy trucks buy them to use them as actual trucks. I know it's a shocking revelation, but it's true. They need to increase towing capacity. You know, Jeep is way ahead of them already, and I believe the others are as well. Next up, they need to increase payload. You know, all the junk and stuff that you throw in the back. Did you know that payload is actually reduced by the weight of you and your passengers? So Toyota, with its, 1,155 pound payload capacity, you know, you put 4 200-pound guys in there, and that might be light. 4 200-pound guys in there, that's 800 pounds. What are you left with? You can haul 355 pounds? That's not much. Fuel economy. You know, the elephant in the room, the thing that nobody likes to talk about, but everybody talks about. It's a mid-sized truck, you know, it needs to get better gas mileage. At least a little bit better. I mean, it's not, well, it is horrible right now, you know, especially if you lift it and put bigger wheels and tires, and I know those are changes to the truck and that's your own fault, but come on, everybody does it. Toyota should know people love to mod their trucks. It's part of the reason we love them. Next up, they need to add disc brakes to all 4 corners. You know, for me personally, I gotta be honest, I could care less about that. But I hear about it all the time. People complaining about the truck not having disc brakes in the rear. I mean, it's one of the biggest things now that they've corrected the seat that I hear about. So they need to do it. They need to listen to their customers. They need to listen to the people, right? The people have spoken. And they want disc brakes. How hard can it be to do? Next up, and this is the biggest thing, and this is the biggest thing for me, and I'm a little spoiled now. You know, I was shocked. When I first drove the Jeep Gladiator, of course I had the Tacoma. At that point, I believe it was the automatic version, the 2018, but it's the same motor and everything. I had that, and then I went and I drove the Gladiator. And I was shocked at how much of a difference there is in power and delivery of that power in the Jeep Gladiator. I mean, it's a 3.6 versus a 3.5 liter, right? So we're not talking about tons of increased horsepower. It's all in the tune, I think. But Toyota needs to jump ahead a little bit. You know, honestly, I think the Toyota could probably use 75 to 100 more horsepower. You know, it's a relatively heavy truck, at least it feels that way, probably as a result of the lower power level. But it needs needs to be increased by probably 50 or 75 to 100 horsepower, I think. And that would give the Tacoma the same feeling, maybe a little better, as to what the Gladiator has. And it would make it much more competitive within its segment as far as power goes. You know, I drove a Ford Ranger, and I gotta be honest, some people claim that it's so much more powerful, quicker than the Tacoma. I didn't see that. I would rate it as probably about equivalent. It might have been a tick quicker, a tick maybe. Maybe the wind was blowing behind me that day, I don't know. But nothing earth-shattering. I mean, I didn't get out of the Ford and go, I gotta have one of these. It just didn't feel that much different to me. But I think they're gonna continue to up their game. They're gonna do the things they need to do. And when I say they, I mean Chevy and Ford and potentially the Ram or Dodge that's coming out. They're gonna continue to do the things that they need to do to stay ahead of the Tacoma. I mean, Tacoma is #1, right? Everybody's chasing it, and you know they're gonna make these improvements to unseat the Toyota Tacoma. So if Toyota is smart, they're gonna up their game and stay ahead of these other competitors. Anyway, that's just a few things that I think that Toyota needs to do, areas that they're lacking in, that they need to add or improve upon in the Tacoma. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure there's a few things that I've missed, but I think these are the main things that Toyota needs to hit in order to maintain their class-leading position. Also, if you haven't before, and you're interested, check out my other channel. It is Rob Motion, all about the 2020 Jeep Gladiator. You guys can see it up there. And also, don't forget, click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and have a great day.